Hey guys, today I created this really smoky dark look using the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette, and I also use one of the new NYX Suede liquid lipsticks. So if you want to learn how to get this look, then just keep watching. So as usual today, I'm starting off by priming my eyelids. I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I still really like this. I prefer the old packaging better, but live and you learn. Next, I'm taking the Wet n Wild single eyeshadow in Brulee just to set my eyelids before going in with shadows. And I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. And the first shade I'm going in with is Combust, and I'm putting that in my crease really lightly. Next, I'll be taking the shade Password and also putting that in my crease just to deepen it up a little bit. And I'm also going to drag it on the outer third of my eye just to create almost like a wing shape without using tape or liner or anything like that. Just to give my eye a more elongated look rather than like a circular look. And then on my lid, I'm going in with the shade Armor, also from the same palette. And I'm just applying that all over my lid. Next, I'm going in with the shade Whiskey, which is right next to Password, and just deepening up the crease a little bit with that. I really like the way this turned out. It made it a lot more darker and a lot smokier. And then I'm taking the Kat Von D Static Age eyeshadow and putting that on the center of my lid. This eyeshadow is absolutely gorgeous. It's super pigmented, super creamy, and when I turn my head, it catches the light and it's absolutely beautiful. You really should try these eyeshadows. They are fantastic. Then I'm going to be taking a combination of Password and Whiskey and just deepening up the crease, just to blend everything together. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 112. As you can tell, I am very pale. My face looked really red here for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but the foundation does match me, I promise. And I'm using a damp beauty blender just to blend it all out. Next, I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15 Fair. I didn't actually show a clip of any of the concealers I used. I apologize about that. I'm also using the Sephora Gel Concealer. I believe it's in the lightest shade. I don't actually know the shade name. I'll list it in the down bar down below. But I'm just using that underneath my eyes and on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin just to highlight. And then I'm also going in with the NYX Photogenic Concealer in the shade 02 underneath my eyes and in the same places just to highlight a little bit more. Then going into my NYX Highlight and Contour Palette, I'm using that second shade, which is called Soft Light, and I'm setting underneath my eyes with that. I also use the banana shade next to it just underneath my eyes a little bit, but since I'm so fair, it doesn't really look good on me like it does on people with darker skin tones, so I don't use it a whole lot. But I'm just setting everywhere I put that concealer just so it doesn't move throughout the day. Following that, I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 120. I really like this stuff. I hit pan on it, obviously. I actually had to buy a backup before I moved back into school after winter break. But I really love that stuff, so I'm just using that to set the rest of my face. Then I'm going back into the NYX Highlight and Contour Palette, and I'm contouring with the shade Sculpt, which is that third shade on the bottom row. It looks really dark on my face for some reason, especially right there. But I blended it out, and I felt it looked okay. It looked fine in person. My friends really liked it, so. And then I'm going straight in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is the light to medium one, I believe, because I would definitely not be using the dark one. I'm too pale for that. But I really like it. It smells so good. I made my friends smell it because they were in here while I was filming this, and they were like, it smells like chocolate in the room now. For blush, I used the new Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Rose Champagne. I really liked it. I think it's a beautiful color, and I really like the formulation, but I've always liked Wet n Wild blushes. And then for highlight, I used the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter, but I didn't show a clip of it for some reason. I don't know why. And I also used Ice Queen from the NYX Highlight and Contour Palette on top of it, just to make it stand out a little bit more. Moving back to the eyes, I'm going back into the Naked palette, and I'm taking the shade Password just underneath the outer thirds of my eye. And then I'm also going to be taking that Kat Von D shadow, and I'm going to be putting that on the inner third of my eye, just to brighten it up a little bit, basically just to duplicate what we did on the lid. And then to highlight the inner corner, I'm using the shade High, which is one of the lightest shades, and then I'm also going to take the shade 13, which is on the opposite end of the palette, and I'm going to be putting that on my brow bone and just along the top, just to blend all the shadows together. Thank goodness it's finally time for brows. I'm just spooling them into place, just like brushing the hairs, and then I'm going into my NYX Brow Powder Duo in the shade Brunette, and I'm just going to fill them in the natural shape of my eyebrow. I'm not going to try and overdo it or anything, and I'm just going to fill them in with that powder first, and then I'm going to take the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, also in the shade Brunette, and I'm just going to kind of clean it up a little bit, make it a little bit sharper so it stands out a little bit more. And then I'm also going to take the NYX Brow Gel in the shade Brunette. They're all in the shade Brunette, they're all by NYX. And I'm just going to set my eyebrow in place. I don't know why I did one eyebrow at a time. Usually I do them both at the same time, but I don't know, for some reason today I did it like one brow at a time and like took it really slow and really precise. But I was happy with the way my brows came out, so I'm not going to complain. Okay, so around this time my camera started dying, so I only did one eye, and I chose the wrong eye, unfortunately, but I'm just doing my mascara. I used the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara first, and then I went in with the Lorac Cobra Mascara. This has been my favorite combo for some reason, because it gives my lashes great volume and great length. So unfortunately, since my camera died, you guys didn't get to see me do my lower lashes or the waterline, but I used the NYX Très Jolie Black Eye Pencil in my waterline and my tight line. And now I'm going in with the NYX Liquid Suede Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Stone Fox. And while it looks really gray in the packaging, it has this really awesome blue tint to it. I don't know if it's because I'm wearing a blue shirt or what, but I really, really like the way it turned out. I'm cleaning up the edges with a Q-tip and then going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And that is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're interested to see what happened off camera, then you can stay tuned for the bloopers coming up right about now. You do realize I do bloopers at the end of all of my videos, right? Let me do my outro, okay? This is gonna be so much fun to edit, guys. For the record, there are 4 people in here while I'm filming this right now, so...
Yes, Ellie. Read that. And I can't get it to go.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Don't ruin the song!
Well, there's a little salty down there under the beat. Okay. Enough.
La 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 la.
Is this like in focus? Like, tell me where.
Hey, Aaron likes hockey.
Yes! Ask him what team. It's gonna be so loud. Sorry.
You're saying sorry to your future self.
Sorry, me.
He said he likes Pittsburgh Penguins.
Him!
He likes hockey, but he doesn't really know. Like,
Well, he likes the Penguins, and me and him could never be friends. I'm sorry. Okay. Got it.
Oh, so many.
That was so much! So many balls. So many balls. Yeah, it's like one eye is like, yes! And this eye's like, no. Where's my mouth, too? Like, honestly, where's my mouth and my eyebrows?
That's going in the video.
Not bad.